Table Business Breakfast on Z. Today, what are we looking at? We're looking at strategies for overcoming obstacles and achieving leadership positions. And we're looking at it in the security industry. This discussion would identify and address obstacles hindering women's advancement in the security industry, exploring strategies for overcoming these barriers, drawing on the experiences of industry experts and the key barriers that prevent many from advancing in the field, including systemic biases, lack of mentorship, and often rigid structure of security organizations. It will highlight the importance of resilience, continuous education, and the ability to adapt in an ever-evolving industry. And Jackie Davis, a lot of you don't know who Jackie Davis is, but for over 30 years, this woman called Jackie Davis has survived as one of the top operators in a male-dominated profession. What is this profession? The secretive, often dangerous world of being a bodyguard, or to give the profession its proper name, close protection officers. She had so many scrapes with death while risking everything for her clients. Jackie is genuinely surprised to still be alive. She has been stabbed, thrown through a shop window, shot at several times, including by Kashmiri snipers, and chased through some of the world's most dangerous countries. She has also freed a young British woman who was being held captive in Pakistan, and has even rescued men who were imprisoned by Saddam Hussein's son, Uday Hussein, in Iraq. In Ghana, bodyguards are men, or supposed to be. So the Jackie Davises of our days are not found in this country. However, in Ghana, to the surprise of many of us, there is actually a female heavy or female dominated or female owned, female run organization in Ghana called the She Guards. The She Guards. In the studio this morning is the chief executive of the She Guards, and she's in the person of Mary Taki Yaoboy. She's in the studios this morning. Good morning and welcome, Mary.
Good morning, Jerry.
The She Guards. I just read Jackie Davis's bio a bit. Thrown through wood windows and stabbed and all that. Would you understand why bodyguards in our minds in this part of the world should be men? Would you? I'm not saying. Tell me, would you understand why we would appreciate it if bodyguards were men?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I do.
And so that is where we start the conversation from. Why the She Guards? What led to you starting a female bodyguard company?
Okay, so thank you, listeners. My name is Mary, as already mentioned, and we are an all-female security agency, the first of its kind in Ghana. I started an all-female security because women are not appreciated and seen when it comes to security. As rightly said, when you think about bouncers, you are thinking about heavily built, strong, scary-looking person. But it's not. Security doesn't have to always be. It doesn't always have to look like that.
Okay.
Yes. So we bring in the female security to show everybody that security is not always scary as people think it is.
But security is supposed to be scary. If somebody comes to beat the person you are bodyguarding, wouldn't you have to beat the person?
Yes, you have to. When it comes to that, it happens.
Interested.
Yes.
So security should be scary. Why are you not scared? That's my question.
So we are adding a little touch of softness to it. You know, it's not every event that you need scary people there.
It's true.
Yes.
Are there people who request for female bodyguards specifically?
Yes.
Ghanaians?
Yes. We've done several events that they needed women.
Interesting.
Especially, yes.
So when did She Guard start, and what is the story? How did it start for you?
Okay. Growing up, I have always had an interest in joining the security agencies, police, navy, fire, and I've had the passion for it for a very long time. So after school, after I completed Knatsford University College, which is in East Legon, I did human resource. I was home for a while. I tried I tried applying. I applied severally, but to no avail. I even ended up playing for the Ghana police team, basketball, because I learned I could go in with sports.
Okay.
Yes, people go in for different reasons. Some go with instruments and stuff. But even with that, it still didn't happen. So I asked myself, what else can I do differently? What else can I do and still be in the same industry? Yes. So there was this development training program for graduates called the Equitas Foundation. So they help in you realizing your potential and seeing how best you can do things for yourself. So after that program, I joined this male bouncing agency. But even with that, I still wasn't feeling it. It didn't look like it was for me. And then I asked myself, why is there no only female security in Ghana? Because I'm seeing it in other countries. Even Nigeria has an all-female security.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And there was none in Ghana. So I'm like, sure. So why don't I start and then see how it goes? And by the grace of God, it has skyrocketed.
How many are you?
We are 10.
How do you prepare? I mean, I want to understand, like, what do you do? Right?
So we've all been trained. We've all been trained. And
trained by who?
Well, he doesn't like to be disclosed because he's in the police.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you've been professionally trained?
Yes, we have been professionally trained. So, yes.
Do you use weapons?
We have tasers, we have pepper spray, we have the police stick, we have scanners. We haven't graduated to the guns yet.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we'll need training in that as well.
The closest I know of was Gaddafi's revolutionary nuns.
Yeah.
If did they be, if you are coming to assassinate Gaddafi and you see them cry, you might decide not to assassinate Gaddafi. Yeah, I mean, very, well professionally attired kind of this. So when you said, now we're going to start, I'm going to leave this bouncing group I was with the males and you were not feeling it.
Yes.
What were some of the obstacles that you faced in starting into moving into the security industry as the She Guards? First of all, where did the name even come from?
Okay, so she is women.
Of course.
Yes, she, he, she. And then guards. We are guarding you, bodyguards.
Wow.
Exactly.
Because the name is top notch. She Guards.
Thank you so much.
It's a well-branded name.
Thank you.
So where were the obstacles?
The first one mostly is stereotyping.
Of course. Me, as I'm still stereotyping.
Exactly. So we want to take that notion out of people's minds that it doesn't always have to be men. As I said, some corporate events, they need people who would be welcoming. You are welcome. They need to feel protected and guarded. But then also, they also have to feel that, you are relating with them on their level. You don't have to be all scary and be there and they'll ask you a question and you are frowned or you're not saying anything just because you are protecting them. So people need that touch of women.
So the stereotype will be a big challenge. Yes. I would understand, especially in this country.
Yes.
Ever since She Guards came into being, have you seen the stereotype dying down?
It is. People are beginning to accept.
Okay.
Yes, people are beginning. It's going to be a gradual process. I don't expect that just because I started, it's going to vanish.
Okay.
Yes. So people are beginning to accept it.
And has there been an occasion where a client said, no, I'm not comfortable with a woman guarding me?
No, there hasn't been.
But you guard men and women?
Yes, we guard men and women.
Interesting. So stereotyping would be one.
Yes.
What went into setting up? Were there other obstacles along the way aside the stereotype?
Work-life balance.
Oh, it didn't even occur to me. You have families to look after.
Yes, exactly. And being a mom or being a married woman, it comes with a lot of responsibilities. And security also needs a lot of longer hours to work. So balancing that becomes a bit of a challenge.
That didn't even come to mind. I didn't. It didn't occur to me that the She Guards were married women with children. I mean, so there is an event, say, at a conference center.
Yes.
It will end at dawn.
At dawn.
What do you tell the children or the husband? How do you, or they know that's the work you do, so they are comfortable?
Yes. With this kind of job, you need a very supportive partner. Exactly. And a help and support from other people. So it could be from your sister, it could be from your mom, other relatives who are able to help you to achieve your
don't they get worried? Don't they tell you they are worried?
They are worried. Even my mom is still worried till now. Like when we are working and it's very late or there's chaos or something.
She will call.
Yes.
Why are you?
Mostly, yeah.
But if you were a nurse, she won't call. She knows you are working in the hospital. I mean, if you're a nurse, she's got to work.
Yeah.
Wow. So, listeners, you're hearing a conversation on female security guards in Ghana. They are called the She Guards. And the chief executive is right here in the studio for the big conversation we call the roundtable. The She Guards. Strategies for overcoming obstacles and achieving leadership positions in the security industry. First of all, you and I know that the security industry is a male-dominated industry. So it's always an exciting experience to come across someone who is backing the trend and going the opposite direction. So stereotype, work-life balance. Is it expensive to start a security company?
It is expensive.
Where does the money go into? What does it go into?
It goes into registration. It goes into buying equipment to be able to work.
Okay.
The uniform, the boots, the vest.
Wow.
Yes.
How did you get your first recruits?
Okay, so my first recruit, she is already in the industry. She's in the fire service.
Okay.
Yes, her name is Millicent Asante. So we've been trying to get into the industry, as I said earlier, and it hasn't been fruitful. So when the idea came and I started, she had already had a training.
So it was easy to bring someone in there.
Yes, it was easy to bring someone in. So she was my first recruit.
Wow.
Yes.
And then after comes others?
Others, yes.
So what, is it word of mouth or you place ads in the papers or what?
It was mostly I would want to hold them accountable. So I let them bring people who they feel are competent to work with us. So they brought so many of them, and then during the training section, you see that
they are not.
No.
Wow.
Yes.
Because women, they shouldn't be shot at or pushed around and all that. We'll get into that, the nitty-gritties of it. But the issue of recruiting then means that you have staff now,
yes.
And then you now start looking for jobs.
Yes.
What was the first contract or the first job that the She Guards did that gave you them the confidence that, you know what, this thing is a good job, we are going to do it?
So the first ever event happened at AMA, Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Yes, it was an awards night by Prince Chilki Osei. Shout outs to him.
Okay.
Yes, he was doing his first ever awards. And the training program I mentioned earlier, Equitas, I met him there.
Okay.
And then I told him about the idea and he said, oh, it's not a bad idea. I'll also be doing this awards thing. So if you're interested, you could come there, print some cards.
Oh, wow.
Meet one or two people, take pictures, it could start from there. So he gave me that platform free of charge. So I also worked free of charge.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
But that established you.
Yes, that established
you.
Yes, it did establish us.
So business lesson 1, there are times when you must work free to get your name out there so that people get to know you. That's a solid business that we're picking from there. Technology has advanced. Has it affected opportunities in the industry, and what skills are you taking advantage of?
Yes, technology has really helped in the security agency. Some of them, one is communication and collaboration.
Okay.
The equipment I spoke about, the
walkie-talkies and
stuff. Yes. So if the person is far, you don't have to shout or you don't have to place a phone call or anything. Yes. It has helped us to communicate and work effectively. And then soft skills and emotional intelligence.
Okay.
That's empathy, conflict resolution. Yes. So with that aspect, we are specialized in that because, as I said, if something is happening, the men will they always go with violence.
Of course.
It is not always violence. Sometimes just talking things out, trying to resolve, hearing everybody's perspective, the reason why whatever has happened is happening.
You think female bodyguards do better when it comes to that?
Of course. We are able to resolve amicably. It doesn't always have... If it gets to the violence, we attack.
Because I was going to ask that. Are you saying She Guards has never slapped somebody before?
Well, it hasn't gotten to that.
Mambly, why? what I see, I'm asking the questions here. I want to know, maybe someone misbehaved and then one of the she guys gave a slap.
So we try and approach with a soft approach. So we are trying to calm down situations because you are angry, I'm angry. So
okay.
Exactly.
That will escalate the issue.
Escalate. So when we are talking to you, you are not understanding.
What is the most violence she guard has had to use to prevent a matter from escalating?
So there was an event, there was a private party at Osu.
Mm-hmm.
It normally starts around 9 and ends at 3 p.m. And the owner of, I don't want to mention the name of it to spoil his company. He rented his place for the event to be done there. And it's an all women, party.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So it makes sense that
an
all women
exactly
will be there. Yeah.
Yes. So I asked the lady that why are you doing an all women? So like, most of the time when they go for events and they are working themselves, men are trying to approach, they are trying to harass, don't let you have your good time. Can I buy you a drink? Can I take your number? It's annoying sometimes, honestly speaking. So they want to have their own fun. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So we were there, and then the owner came with range and all of that. And he came and he greeted. He was trying to go in, and I was kindly telling him that
this is an all-females
party,
party, so
program. So
please.
And he was like, do you know who I am? I asked him, do you also know who I am? He's the owner of the place, and that's why we prevent him, the owner, of entering. I'm like, you didn't give me the job I'm doing.
Yep.
If I came and you gave me the job, then I can let you in. But whoever gave me the job is inside and has instructed me not to let any man whatsoever, however even you are dressed, so far as we know you're a man, you are not going in. And he started making calls, going up and down, and these people, they are funny. And so I told him to relax. Let me call the
one who gave you the job, yeah.
So I called her out, and she came, and then they were talking, and he was still acting funny, saying that, so he can come and look at what is happening in his own facility. I'm like, we've paid you, and we told you this is what we are doing. So what are you coming for? And he actually came with his friends.
Ooh, yes. The embarrassment.
About 4 or 5 guys. I mean, they've heard that women are doing something, so we didn't let him enter. He did everything. He didn't go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he didn't go. He stood outside till we closed. I made sure of that.
That is a scary conversation we are having here. It's an all-female guards. They just telling you that if you won't go, you won't go. Yeah, if you are not allowed to enter, you enter. Yes. Is there a time when... So since... How many years is She Guards?
It's 2 years this year.
Okay.
In October.
You're in your second year.
Yes, you're in our second year.
Now, after 2 years, what has been some of the challenges the organization has gone through? What are some of the setbacks that you faced, and how did you bounce back?
The challenges is the gender bias and stereotyping, as I said, yes. And the other one is lack of representation and mentorship when it comes to...
Yeah, because there's nobody else doing it. How are we going to mentor you when we are not there?
Exactly. So it's very difficult to look up to a particular person or someone.
I need to ask this question just because of what my producer is doing. When you're recruiting into the She Guards, is there a certain look or physical attributes that you pick?
Yes, there is.
Someone like my producer won't qualify.
No, she won't qualify.
That's what I wanted to be clear.
She won't qualify.
We're not there to model and wear heels and those things. No. Okay.
Yes.
So the person must be what, of a certain height, weight?
A certain height, a certain weight, age range.
Okay.
Yes.
When you say age range, should a person be younger or older or what? I mean,
from the age is from 19 to 35.
Okay, beyond 35 you're old.
Yes, you are old.
Okay. That's why myself and Osofo Chirabusom, we are lifting the voting age to 35.
35.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. When we count, we'll change the vote. Oh, wow. So
yes,
there is a certain... And these attributes that you look out for, is this something that you, Mary, decided to write down, or you read it somewhere, or the security forces helped you come up with these things?
Yes, the security forces. Before the recruitment requirements, when they come out, these are things that are there. So we are trying to meet up to that.
So the standards of the National Security Forces. Exactly. What organization regulates you? I mean, is there a body that regulates you, or you're just a company that is? Who do you report to?
Well, we did our registration with the Ministry of Interior.
Okay.
But mostly we just report to ourselves.
Okay.
Yes.
But you must be recognized.
Yes.
At the Ministry of Interior.
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh
yes,
wow,
yes.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
So you just explained a way in which you confidently and assertively prevented even the owner of a facility from entering his own facility.
Yes.
How can someone build such confidence and assertiveness in this industry where we only know men run it?
Okay, so the first thing I would say is that I am educated.
Okay.
I have a degree. So the first thing is preparing and educating yourself.
Okay.
So when you say bouncers, people are assuming that maybe some macho men that are going to the gym and they are built and they don't speak good English and all of that.
Yeah, that's what we know bouncers to be. The way you are saying is as if we are wrong to think like that. That is how we know
that
them.
Is, yes.
They are uneducated.
We are trying to change that notion.
They are semi-educated macho men that just slap around.
Yeah. So I have those who are working in the government sectors. As I said, there's one in the fire service. There's actually two in the fire service.
Okay.
Some of them run their own businesses. So they are all very well educated.
Great.
Yes, they are all very well educated. They can express themselves. They are able to advertise the company when we go for events. So we don't just stand there and guard.
You'll be sharing complimentary cards and stuff.
We are able to talk to them and educate them on what we do as a security company. Yes. And the second one is to find a supportive network. Yes. So people who are also in the same industry. Just because we are women, it doesn't mean that we don't accept support support from men. We do collaborations as well when there's a big concert and they need a lot of people. Because there's 10 of us, mostly the men are involved as well.
Okay.
Exactly. So we also do all of that. And then we take credit for your accomplishment.
Okay.
If you've done something and you feel like you did it well, you should be able to share it and inspire other people.
Interesting.
Yes.
The mentorship thing, I still want us to go there because you're saying that there's a lack of mentorship, and I'm telling you it's because there's nobody else. When you are charting a new path, you mentor your own self.
Yeah.
but beyond that, is there not a possibility of you as an organization being mentored by top females within the security forces, like ex-army women or ex-police officers or something? Is there not a possibility there? Is there something that you've ever thought of trying?
Yes, we have thought about it, but getting them to is not easy.
Of course.
Getting them is not easy.
Yeah.
One person who has been very helpful is Ohenere Giftianti.
Oh, Oga, you know Oga?
Exactly.
Hey.
I do.
My big sister.
She has been very helpful. She has been trying to help us meet
some of these.
Yes.
Yeah, she would do that. She's passionately, for that. I know that.
So she even interviewed us on the Standpoint.
Oh, she's interviewed you on the Standpoint.
Yes. Some people reached out and they've been trying to help us.
That's a good platform.
Yes.
To sell the she guards. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and she can even be a mentor. She doesn't necessarily have to be a.
She is.
Yeah, she's a fantastic.
I really
woman.
appreciate her. So, and another thing is to attend industry events and conferences.
Do they do security industry events in this country?
Oh, sometimes it doesn't even have to necessarily be the security.
Okay.
Yes. You broaden your horizon. So if there's something corporate that is going on where you feel like you might meet one or two people that can encourage you or help you in that aspect.
Wow.
It is very good to attend such events.
Networking is very important for you, huh?
Exactly, yes.
Wow. And so how are you building, because you're 2 years now.
Yes.
How are you building the She Guards network to ensure that in the next 3 years when you turn 5 and you're having an anniversary, you can look back and say, wow, the strategies we used in networking actually has proven right?
So we listen and learn. We listen and learn, as I said earlier, because we won't say because we are an all-women, if a man is supposed to be advising us on things like this, we shouldn't take it. And we take feedback very important. So if we do an event for a particular person, we go back and ask them what we did wrong and what they didn't like, we could have done better.
Oh, okay.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So most of the events we go for now are recommendations.
Okay.
Yes, just because of how well we did what we did before.
Is the money good?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm paid to ask good questions. That's why I'm here.
With the money, some are good.
Okay.
Some are good. So we don't focus so much on the money aspect.
Yeah, 2 years you
Yes,
shouldn't.
2 years we
yeah.
shouldn't. So mostly we are doing volunteering for organizations. We want to be recognized more. We feel like when we are recognized and people hear about us, the money will follow.
Yeah.
So for the past 2 years, we've been doing events based on volunteering and sometimes discounted.
Okay.
Yes.
Does the number have to grow for people to recognize SheGuard for what you really want it to be? Does the number have to grow beyond 10?
Yes, the number of girls.
Yes, the number of girls you have.
Yes, we haven't had an event where they needed more than 10.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So now that people are recognizing us, we would train more of the people to join.
Wow.
Yes, please.
That's interesting. It is fast approaching. It's 9:28, and we're having a conversation right here and on the Business Breakfast on Z, BBZ. Her name is Mary Taki Yao-Boy, and she's the chief executive of the SheGuards. We're looking at the women in the security industry. If you have a comment, as always, 0544321019. You can drop us a line and then we'll put it to Mary. Achieving leadership positions within the security industry. We're looking at networking. We're looking at the strategies they are using to build. And for a small business, we're learning as well, so that if you're a small business owner, you can cross-fertilize your ideas from what Mary is also telling us. For instance, they will be guarding you, but they will also use the opportunity to do their marketing. And then also we realize that when it is early days yet, sometimes you must do pro bono stuff just so that you establish yourself and all that. So it is passionately all female.
Yes, it is.
You won't take a guy. If a guy comes and says, I want to join SheGuards.
No. That's why it's an all-female security. Okay, there's a guy, my brother. He mostly does editing and taking of pictures, and yes.
Oh, so he works with SheGuards, but he's not a guard.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you're a guy and you want to work with SheGuard, listeners, your best bet is back office work.
Back office.
We won't put you at the front.
And carrying our bags.
And you carry the women's bag.
Yeah.
SheGuards also need bags.
Yes, of course. Where we put our equipment.
But not handbags.
No, the duffel bags.
Okay.
Where our equipments are in.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought the ones that my producer has been holding.
Not the one your producer has.
Okay. Yeah. So these ones are bags that will contain weapons.
Exactly.
Pepper sprays and all that.
Yes.
Being a female guard, does it have... Is there a point in your social or personal life where you see like you are bringing your SheGuardness into... So, for instance, let me give you an example. If you go to church, you are not on guard. You are just going to worship God like everybody else. And my producer said I should ask you where you fellowship, but you can answer the question by telling us where you fellowship. So you go to church, and there is something that requires some SheGuardness. Do you pass away quietly because it is not your job and you are not on duty, or do you necessarily do SheGuard things? Does it come out of the blue sometimes that before you realize you are becoming a SheGuard when you have not called for it?
You know, it's in the DNA. So, I mean, you never stop.
Okay.
You never stop. Even if there's a misunderstanding in maybe a public transport or maybe even in the house, you try and calm situations. Not because you are not.
But nobody has sent you. If there's a trust and they are fighting over coins, why should you be a SheGuard then? It's not your coins.
Well, I don't have to be a SheGuard to be a SheGuard. Sometimes it's just empathy. Sometimes it's just, trying to calm situations. I mean, you do your best when it comes to these things, yes.
Are you now more recognizable because of the work you do? Do people see you and say, "Oh, that's a she-guard lady"?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. And how does the family feel about that?
They are very proud. They are glad I was actually able to do something I love,
Okay.
because I wasn't willing to do anything else aside from that. Because of that,
Wow.
I stayed in the house almost 2-3 years after school.
They were not worried, go and get a job. Oh,
They
go
were.
and get a job.
They were. But then I kept telling them, no, that is what I want to do. I have a passion for it. And everybody was just praying that something happens. So they are very proud.
Interesting.
Yes.
What kind of family did you come from to give you that? I don't know. I mean, the support, that kind of support. Is it that you have brothers all along, or what? What kind of family do you come?
So with the family, I am from an orphanage called the Village of Hope. It's in Gumuafete.
I know Gumuafete.
Yes. The orphanage is called Village of Hope.
I know Village of Hope.
Yes, that is where I grew up.
Oh, wow.
Yes. My mommy still works there.
Ah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we have a lot of people from different dimensions of the world.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you yourself were a tough person before you went into a tough job.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
growing up with those people, it teaches us a lot of things. And they encourage us to follow our passion.
I know Village of Hope. I know
Yes.
Fete.
Yes.
I know Fete.
Shout outs to Fred Asari.
Yeah, I know Fete. They're doing an amazing job. I didn't know
Yes.
you were one of the
I am.
the graduates
I
from
am.
Fete.
I am.
So we're looking at systemic barriers that women and minorities face in the
Yes.
security industry,
Mhm.
and how can organizations break down these barriers?
Mhm.
What are some of these barriers in the first place?
Physical violence.
People want to beat you.
Yes. People feel like women are so vulnerable that they can take advantage of them any time, any point in time.
Yeah, but I mean,
Not all women.
okay.
We are trying to take that notion out of people's minds that it's not all women that you can physically violate. So the second one is harassment. Anywhere there are, not all the time though, but then when women are mostly seen at a particular place, people tend to have ideas. They want to act funny, they want to touch you inappropriately, they want to do all kinds of things which are not appropriate. Exactly.
I find that quite interesting. I mean, in your experience, men are still being men around women,
Yes.
even though they are not supposed to.
No.
Has there been a time when you regretted ever doing this?
No, I haven't regretted.
Okay.
Not at all.
And you when you look in the security industry, what do you think should be done nationally for us to recognize she-guards like that? I mean, I'm saying she-guards in the generic sense, in the terms of more women getting into private security and all that.
Yeah. One thing they can do is provide resources for women to educate and train themselves. Yes, because lack of resources is one of the biggest problems. One of the biggest problems in the security industry.
What kind of resources?
The training grounds. As I said, whoever trained us doesn't want to be disclosed, and it wasn't meant for private.
The
Exactly.
kind of training.
Yes.
Yeah, but so what you're saying is something like that shouldn't happen. It should be
Yes. It should
common
be
for women who want to
Women,
get into private
exactly.
security
to be able to train and educate themselves on how to protect themselves when it comes to going for events and all.
Do you feel there is a lot more training that needs to be done for the she-guards?
Yes, every day is a learning process. Every time we go out and work, we are still learning. We can't know everything in one day. So that's why I said we have to listen and learn.
Yeah.
You have to have a mind that, we are always learning. Anytime something happens somewhere, you learn from that and see how best you can handle it better when it's supposed to happen again.
In terms of still training, are there videos that you people get together to watch? How often do you meet as a company and as an organization and all that?
So we often meet like twice in a month.
Okay.
You know, I said everybody is doing their own
They are
thing.
all busy people.
Yeah,
and all
everybody's
that.
busy people. I'm also here
Yeah.
during the week. Yes, so maybe Saturday, first Saturday of the month, and then the last one.
You meet
You
and
meet
then
and yes.
and when you, what's your typical meeting like? Is it girls sitting and doing girls stuff? Hey, how much is this in the rice you bought yesterday?
No.
Your hair, where did you do it? I want to do some. Those.
We're living in a growing economy.
Okay.
Things are evolving, so we educate ourselves on the new technologies that have come up. We might know something, but then it's not in use anymore. So when we meet, we watch the videos, as you said, and then we see how best we can calm situations, or even if it becomes necessary to use violence, how best we can. Because we are not using violence to hurt anybody. We are just trying to not to cause so much damage when something of that sort happens.
Minimum force.
Minimum force.
That's what we are told. Okay, minimum force.
Exactly.
Are there opportunities in this industry for more of your kind to come? Can we do with another She-Guard company or something? Or you think for now the opportunities in the industry are not too much for others to come in?
Ghana is big for everybody.
Okay.
Yes. I had the notion that, so many other security companies are in existence. So me starting mine, how will I be able to penetrate the market? If I had just sat back and told myself this, I don't think I would be here right now. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So when you have the passion or the resilience to do something, you should go for it.
If you look back, if you look ahead and say 10 years from now, what event, one particular event, would you want to say among the achievements She-Guards provided guards for this event? What one particular event? For now to the next, 10 years is even too many. 3 years from today, what event would you want She-Guards to be associated with?
Yeah, so many of them.
Okay, top five.
There's so many of them.
Because maybe someone listening to us knows somebody who does these events, and you never know, your dream could come true. Tell me a number of those events that you would love to have access there, even if it's not going to pay you.
Ghana Music Awards. Which other ones? There are so many of them in mind.
But the VGMAs or now the
yes.
TGMAs,
the TGMAs
are a big deal.
Yes, they are big deals. We would want to get to that level.
Wow.
We haven't gotten there yet. But by the grace of God.
Do you people pray before you go out?
Yes, we do.
That what? What do you tell God? I'm wondering. Like, God, make sure that today nobody gets on our nerves before we.
No, that He should guide and protect us and the attendees.
Oh, okay.
The events here goes smoothly.
Are there physical demands of this job that sometimes you realize that this is because we are women, or you don't see it that way? Are there physical demands on this job? Like, for instance, if you have to stand on your feet all night and guard someone or something, maybe you have to push people through a crowd or something to make way for the one you're guarding and all that. Are there physical demands that sometimes tell on you because you're female?
Yes, females, we go through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the agenda goes through a lot. So sometimes you are not feeling it. You don't have a choice. Because you've told yourself that this is what you want to do. No matter what you are feeling, that's what I tell the girls. So far as you've decided to be here, it means you're ready to do the job. So whatever you are feeling or whatever is happening at home, you leave them there, you come and work. When we are done, we'll deal with that.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. I can understand the challenges that an all-female guard would have, because especially you're saying you all have families and you're looking after families and all that. Is there ever a situation where you got to work and something back at home found you, maybe through a call or something, and it affected your performance throughout the night?
No, it hasn't happened. We are hoping it doesn't.
Okay.
As I said, I tell them, so far as you find yourself here, it means you are ready to work. So whatever is happening, wherever, you work, and when you are done, we deal with that.
Women are expected, maybe wrongly so, to be very emotional. Right?
Yes.
Does that ever affect the work? Has it ever? I mean, since you started?
No, it hasn't. With my girls, it hasn't affected any of us, because when you ask the question on the technologies,
yeah, exactly.
I mentioned the emotional intelligence. Yes, we study that as well. So we don't let our emotions cloud our judgment or stop us from doing what we are supposed to do. That is why we mostly approach every situation with calmness until it needs to be violent.
Okay, but we haven't gotten to the violence yet. That's what you're saying.
Yes, we haven't gotten there yet.
Is it also because probably people are seeing that, oh, these are an all-female group, let's not get violent? Do you think that could also account for why you haven't faced violence yet?
Some men are very, will I say, proud. They feel like because they are women, so we can just do whatever we want. They can't do anything about it. Like the owner of the place I told you about.
Yeah.
Yes. He felt like, okay, it's my place. Okay, you are women. Why are women telling me what to do?
Maybe in his house, no, women don't talk to him like that.
So, with what you asked, no, I don't think so. I don't think because people feel like we are women. People actually take advantage of the fact that they are women, so they might not be able to react.
Oh, okay. So rather than what I'm thinking that people say, oh, they are women, let's calm down. Rather they go like, they are women, they can't do anything, let's really go for them.
They can't do anything about it.
What do you think has accounted for the success of She Guards over the past 2 years?
Hard work and dedication. And just showing up all the time.
Okay.
Every time you call. Sometimes some people call and it's just a short period of time. And mostly I ask them who will be available. And most of the time they are.
Oh, wow.
They won't say because, oh, I'm doing my own thing or no. Even the one in the fire service, when it comes to critical, she changed shifts just to be there for us.
So then it's not about the money.
No, it's not about the money.
Because they're already making money. They can say, let me stay where I am. Okay.
Yes.
So what is driving these She Guards?
The passion, the resilience, and the love for the job.
And these are also the competencies that are critical for success in the industry.
Yes.
I'm going to write them down. The passion, resilience, and then love for the job.
Yes.
Same skills and competencies that are needed in every other job. So yes, another business lesson. That's what we do here every Monday to Friday. Have passion for what you're doing and stay resilient because things might go tough. And then love for the job. Love for the job. Love it and do it even if you aren't going to be paid, because eventually the pay will come. Do you feel isolated as a business because you are in an all-male dominated industry?
Isolated? That was the perception I had before creating this.
Okay.
Yes, but we are trying to break that barrier.
Okay.
Of
have there been male, not male dominated, but have there been male heavy security guards that look down on you or they treat you with contempt? Have you had that experience where maybe one of these other groups are looking at you like, no, these people, they are not serious or something?
Well, not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Maybe they are thinking it. But sometimes there has been an event where they needed just male.
Okay.
And then their head calls and be like, oh, we need maybe 2 or 3 of your women. We want to add that soft touch.
Okay.
So we can be at the entrance. Please, you're welcome.
And they won't think you're ushers.
No, we don't think we are ushers.
Wow.
Don't think we are ushers.
Have you had the opportunity to work in an event where the state security was also there? I mean, like police.
Yes. Severally. Most of the time they are around. So if it comes to violence, which is like out of hand, they are the ones who are able to come in, because we don't have the guns and the other weapons that they have.
Have you been to a place where things went violent?
No.
Okay.
No.
What is your relationship with with them when you come across police women and all that? What is the interactions like?
They are happy to see that, there's an all-women security agency. So they be like, if there's any event that you go for and then you need our support, even if we are not around, you can give us a call.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So we have that kind of relation with them.
I mean, it means
very cordial.
The women in the security service are supportive.
Yes, they are.
That denounces that notion that women are your own worst enemies.
No.
You don't see that?
No, I don't see that.
Interesting. All of you are working elsewhere.
Yes.
I also want to find out that, has there been a situation where any of your girls have said that where they are working, they're not enjoying the place because of security lapses and all that? Because like a designer sees somebody wearing a dress, she will have a problem with the dress when all of us think it's a fantastic dress. Do you also face the same thing? Where you're working in a place and you're like, the security here is lapsed, but hey, it's not your job. We have not called she guards there. So do they face those same things in there? Or do you yourself face those same things?
Yes, yes, I do. Mostly they talk to the people, and then I'm called in and I only advise, because some people don't want to change whatever system is in place. No matter how much you advise them or tell them that, this is not working for you. So it's very difficult to change, but we advise. Which
is all you can do, really?
Yes, that's all I can do.
You think Z Multimedia's security is top? What? Madam Producer, I report to you, you are distracting my attention. You walked into Z and you climbed into the studio.
Yes.
What do you think of our security? Because you're not here as she guards.
Yes, I work here as well.
As
well. I mean, they can do better.
Okay.
They can do better. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
They can do better.
She's speaking very politically right. They can do better. That's always a very important way to put it. So someone has said that emotional intelligence is important because female security personnel excel in situations which require calm, clear-headed decision-making or interactions with vulnerable populations like children, the elderly, or those with disabilities. Yeah, I think that I would agree to that. An all-female guard would be preferable when they are guarding old ladies, women, old ladies, children, and all that. Because sometimes a macho man, even if he's holding the old lady well, he'll break the old lady's hand.
Yes,
it's true. What role does continuous education and training help in achieving leadership positions in this industry?
It helps in growth.
Okay.
Yes. So as you are learning, as I said, the world is evolving. So things that you feel like you might know, it's not in use anymore. So as you are learning, you are broadening your perspective. You don't always have to learn about security alone or security all the time.
Okay.
There are other things that you can also learn and apply in the security.
If you had a daughter and she says she wants to join She Guards, what will you say?
If I had a daughter, I'll ask them why.
Okay.
I'll ask them why. Why do you want to?
But it's not something you recommend to them.
To my daughter?
Yeah, you won't push your daughter to join She Guards.
No. If she has a passion for it like I did, I mean, why not?
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. This one is a personal question. My personal question. The things that you people use, I seriously, I haven't physically seen a pepper spray.
Oh, really? I could have brought one.
Yeah, because I'm always, I don't get into situations where I will have to see some. I mean, where they go? They go to my house. I'm either in my room or I'm in the studio. So, there's what? There's the pepper spray.
Yes.
Are there different kinds? Is there different sizes?
Yes, there are different sizes. There are bigger ones, there are smaller ones.
Are there different intensities?
Yes.
Oh, wow. There's pepper spray that burns more than another one?
Yes. Some can even blind you.
Yeah, okay. So there's pepper spray, then there's what again?
Tasers.
Oh, correct tasers.
Yes, correct tasers.
That will pass electricity through somebody's body.
Yes.
Oh, wow. All of a sudden, that doesn't sound nice like that. I mean, so you have tasers, you have pepper sprays. So at every event where we see the she guards, all these things are on you.
Yes.
But you're praying you don't need to use them.
Yes, we are praying. We are hoping it doesn't get there.
So pepper sprays and then tasers, different kinds of tasers. I mean,
Yes,
there are different kinds,
yes.
there are different intensities.
Yes.
There's a taser that won't daze you. There's one that will daze you and all that.
No, they all daze you.
They all daze you.
They all daze you.
Whether in training or in physical, have you ever had to use a taser before?
No, not yet.
Pepper spray?
Yes, pepper spray.
You use a pepper spray on who? What did the person
It wasn't to anybody in particular. It was just to
do? Oh, a certain
yes.
atmosphere so that
Everybody just.
what happened?
So mostly when we go for the private parties, in the evenings where people park their cars, there's a guard station there, and most of the guys, they are always acting funny. They are walking behind the cars, they are touching. Some are making noise and stuff like that. So there was this particular car that about 3 or 4 guys were around, and if it's just one guard, definitely if she goes in, she might be attacked.
Mm-hmm.
So with situations like that, you just spray just to.
Wow.
Yes.
The way you keep saying private parties happen a lot in this country.
It does a lot.
Uh,
It does a lot. Surprisingly, it does a lot.
I've never been to one before. Nobody
okay.
invites me to private
It's
parties.
strictly by invitation. So if you don't have an invitation and you come and you don't have it, you go back home.
It's just a few minutes to wrap up this conversation. Just about and minutes to go. It's been a quite an interesting discussion. Mary Taki Yawboy is doing an amazing job within the female security space. She heads an organization called the She Guards. And now there are about 10 of them, 10 trained by experts in the area of guarding lives and all that. And we're looking at how they've survived so far. 2 years and counting. We're hoping that they go very high. Is there a message that you would want Ghanaians to hear concerning security and everything around it, whether it's a she guards? Is there a message? If you had opportunity to talk to the president, what would you tell the president? I don't know which one is coming after December 7th, but after December 8th, whoever becomes president, no, December 8th, maybe the results are not incorrect. So let's do December 9th. What would you tell whoever will be leading Ghana?
That you shouldn't let your dreams just be dreams.
Okay.
You should implement them and follow your passion and be willing to learn new ideas and new technologies, new everything. Just be open to learning. Yes.
Be open to learning. Open up. There are new things that are coming up each and every day, each and every time. It's 5 minutes to the top of the hour. This is where I always would have to sign out. But before that, just want you to know that on the big conversation this morning, we've been talking to Mary Taki Yawboy. She's the CEO of the She Guards, the Chief Executive Officer of the She Guards. And we're looking at the female participation within the space of security, private security, personal security. This is the first of its kind here in Ghana. The first all-female private security guards. First all-female private security guard, and she leads them. Her name is Mary Taki Yawboy. She's the CEO of the She Guards. Thank you very much, Mary, for joining us today on Z. Any last words before you take leave of us?
Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms.
Okay.
The She Guards. It's one word.
The She Guards.
Yes.
Okay.
And we do all kinds of events. We do private parties. We do personal escorts. We do conferences. So if you need our services, you can contact us on 053 051 8755.
Yes, you heard from the chief executive of the She Guards. She gave you, check them out on socials, and then I'm sure you'll be able to find them if you need them. They do all kinds of events as well. Thank you very much, Mary, and have a good one. All too soon, people.